alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialist on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
Привіт, Соня. Не бійся. Навіть якщо це станеться, нічого поганого не відбудеться. Я теж, до речі. А ні, ну якщо так... Чий світ? Твій чи весь? Якщо весь, то... Я тебе попрошу запізнитись наступний раз. Жартую.
No such thing as bad shit or bad weather.
Mommy said you
Don't eat so much.
Why the spit not? And what's this bit?
Ні, я не настільки егоїстичний, щоб за собою весь світ тягнути.
Can you swing an axe?
I want to fight.
Grand. Tell me when you're ready.
Tournament rules. What are they?
The fighters are both upstarts
Тоді все в
seeking to
твоїх
prove
руках.
their grit and brawn and courage.
Не
And
так
old
зрозуміти,
hands
я
just looking to
не
keep the
дочуваю,
rules
що в
at
мене
bay. We
навушники
get similar bouts in
ламаються вже
Wolverine and Venom,
потихеньку.
but those are glorified tavern brawls, you ask me. This here's a minor festival.
Ready to fight anytime, even now.
Like to have some words with the Outlander first. It's about my Erica. See her? I gotta win today. She's watching. I don't stand a chance against you. I know it well, but I was thinking maybe you'd let me win.
All right. We'll do it like this. First fight, I'll take a dive. But then we'll go at it again. Best man wins.
Enough of this chatter.
Дякую. Тебе також. У мене немає квіточки. Чи є в мене квіточки? А ну дай подивимося, що в мене за смайлики є. Ой, де це дивитися? Бляха, тут немає цього. Панелі вибору. Зараз щось знайдемо. О! Сонь, диви, яка є. Це тобі.
By the rates of Morhog.
Can you swing an axe? Valgord wins!
Thanks.
You're good with your hands.
Hey, I am.
Something I've always wondered. What'll you witchers do once there are no basilisks, leshens, or giants around? Eh?
Thinking of trying my hand.
Soon as you're ready, come forth and speak up.
Let's start.
Well then, fight!
By the rates of Morhog. Keep together. Come on. By the rates of Morhog. Keep together.
What? Lost your nerve?
Ну, дві механіки насправді. Блокати і тримати дистанцію, і ось така механіка. Ти просто. От, я не в таймінг не попав, тут можна попасти в таймінг так, що він. Не встигне. От, я не встигав отримати демедж. Це як танець, грубо кажучи.
Honor and glory are his.
Я б не сказав, що найлегша механіка. Доброго ранку, Блезі. Найлегша механіка в бою з людьми, напевно, на мечах. А на кулаках є короткі випади, які нормально так роз'єбують.
Haven't seen a continental here in a long while.
Watch yourself.
Бро. Я не знаю. А що іншим робити?
Looking for more challengers?
Welcome to our tournament, Witcher. Einar awaits an opponent. Do you wish to face him?
Einar looks like quite the fighter.
He's madman Lugos's bastard. Takes after his da.
So we gonna fight or chatter?
Байстрюк Лугаса. Прикиньте.
Let's not keep Einar waiting.
May it be a clean and beautiful fight.
Kill the fucker. I'll kill him. Onward!
How about tossing our nets near Canby?
Алло.
Good hauls that away, I hear.
Так, що там у тебе, Сень? Угу. Ха, прикольно. Напевно, ну, для тебе, для когось там із них.
Beautiful fight. Congratulations on your victory. Grim will be glad to mix it up.
А, стоп, що? Почекай, я неправильно прочитав. Я неправильно прочитав. Дай, я перечитаю. Так, подруга почала. Угу. 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 І це теж смішить?
Did you sever his head? Head of a
No.
giant on your mantle? No, that's a decoration.
Не знаю, наскільки це смішно. Комусь би не сподобалось.
Priestess is a terrible crossman. You and the sorceress both. Oh, that's slow one. Where are you walking? No challengers to be seen.
What you want?
Greetings. You know me?
Aye, I've heard of you.
Я
Boling's
кекнув.
been me mate
Якщо
since you
що.
were tykes. And you done saved his life.
Heard you, hold
Одобрюю,
fights here.
максимально одобрюю.
Ye heard right. Try your luck if you like.
Who's my opponent?
Haha, curiosity's bit you, eh? His name's Grim. Ooh.
He's a lumberjack. Spends winters brawling in taverns. Tried to win the championship this season, but twaddle. Nothing came of it.
I'm ready.
Fight mercilessly, but do it with honor. And save some strength for your next bout. Come on! Faster!
Я навіть відійти не зміг. Блять, і короткі випади. Блять! Я не вивіз. Ніхуя не винен.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma
А там нема куди відходити, там якісь...
was the key to finding the
Я хуй знаю, куди мені відходити.
Geralt needed to
Ready with you. Oh,
Привіт, Назарович.
Greetings.
Both
Heard. Who's...
fact and
Зараз я подивлюсь, куди я можу відійти. Якщо я ось сюди відійду. І затисну його. Та йоп твою мать. А тут теж бар'єр. Я навіть не можу нормально Йоп твою мать, подивіться, як його клинить. Я не можу відійти! Хоча там є куди відходити. Ні, це якийсь пранк нахуй. В мене... Я застряг тупо. Я не знаю, як мені його роз'їбати. Він буде підходити впритул і бити короткими ударами, і я ніхуя не зроблю. Аня, привіт. Доведеться щось вигадувати.
What? Lost your nerve?
Я не знаю, як вони так проїбались в цьому моменті. Ну, не було такого, блядь. В попередніх квестах такого не було. Молиться Богу доведеться. Ой, повезло.
Geralt the Traveler wins it! Freya, damn it. You fought well. You've earned the right to face Olaf of Anskellig. Good luck to you.
Угу.
Can't weather with me kitty cried. It's raining. Put on your tunic.
Behold, who do I spy? Could it be a challenger? You've come to fight Olaf. He's long awaited a worthy opponent.
These tourneys are usually held on street corners, in taverns at best. Got a real arena here.
Built thanks to another's generosity. Berna Bran donated her jewels.
All right. Where's Olaf?
He'll show. Soon as he's got an opponent.
I want to face Olaf.
Fist fighting's a Skellig tradition. And here on Anskellig, that tradition's damn near hallowed.
What makes your tradition special?
Warrior by the name of Duns Ursus once lived on Anskellig. Fought monsters with his bare hands. Tourneys held in his honor.
I'll fight as though my life depended on it.
What do they call ye?
Geralt of Rivia.
Geralt of Rivia. Enter the arena. Emerge victorious, and you'll have the honor to face the champion of champions.
Still washing the blood off the floor.
О, Аню, ти якраз трошки побігаю, до тебе гості прийду. Ну, з Олафом простіше буде, ніж з попередніми.
Fighting is our sacred tradition. The blood spilt in this arena bears witness to the clan's strength. The victor today will be champion. Yet any who is bold enough to fight is already a hero.
Shit.
А мені теж, насправді.
You defeated luck. It was a fair fight.
Anyone else out there I could fight?
You've defeated everyone there was to defeat in Skellige.
Та я теж, в принципі, 4 години, 3-4 години, це не те, щоб довго було.
I've had my eye on you. Tremendous potential. Would you consider dropping these amateur hayseed thumps? Fighting professionally, perhaps?
Not sure I know what you mean.
I seek someone who has what it takes to dethrone the champion of champions. A certain Skelliger now holds the title. I believe you alone stand to beat him. Ask yourself, am I man enough to sail to Skellige and throw down the gauntlet to the champion of champions?
I can sure as hell try.
Excellent. There's an arena on the Isle of Speakerog. That is where the current champion of champions fights. I shall warn them you're on your way to issue a challenge. Farewell.
Pendle watches over Clan Tweerset. Blood of kings. It's raining. Put on your tunic.
Beware the bandits that lurk in the highlands.
A witcher?
Oh!
Gonna be puddles. A roaring gale. Well, well, well.
Ну, як споришся? Скоро, не скоро. Чом?
It's raining. Put on your tunic. Ow! Watch it!
Так, стоп. О, хуя, знову з мене позлітали підвари. Ну йоперний театр. Кляті бої.
Or cast leaden balls and through them.
What good would leaden balls be?
Алло.
Great, not some devil.
So what do we do?
Wonder.
Go to the druids?
Hey there.
Druids aren't any good with wraiths.
Oh, suppose you're better.
Shut your gob. He's better than any. That's a witcher there. Listen, it's our arena. We got a raid that haunts it. Damned if we know how to drive it off. Do you think you could manage?
This wraith, I can probably manage it. Need the details.
What do you want to know?
Know anything about this specter? When did it first appear?
My granddad told me his granddad said the wraith was called Ula the Unlucky. Lost every bout he entered, yet always recovered from his wounds. Ula weren't even able to die like a man.
Till one day, Jarl Thormar called a tournament in the arena. In those days, they drew lots to choose their foes, and the Jarl drew Ula, the Unlucky. Jarl was cocksure he'd win, so he mocked Ula, ridiculed him till all in the stands were crying with laughter. Finally, he raised his arms in triumph, and that's when Ula, who couldn't take it no more, stuck a dagger in his back.
As he died, Thormar cursed Ula. May ye lose again and again for centuries on end. That's what he said. Ever since, Ula's haunted the arena, looking for a fight and getting a few.
Mean there have been those who've tried to defeat him?
You kidding? Everyone's beating him. Poor bugger keeps coming back, though. Can't organize no normal fights precisely because of that.
What kind of an arena is this?
It's an arena, like any other.
The custom was for the best warriors to clash here. Speaker of bouts were famous all across Skellige.
Then one day a wraith showed up.
How did you know?
Told you, he's a witcher, a cunning man. He knows these things.
All right. Could try my hand at driving away this specter. Not for free, though.
Get it done, and we'll pay you the champion's purse.
And the premium from our earnings to come. Once the fighting begins, after the curse is lifted.
Oh, sure you're not getting carried away there?
A little lie, but fuck it. Witcher gets rid of the rate, he'll deserve a premium
Привіт,
from the
Іра.
earnings, he will.
So be it. One time only, though.
Sounds reasonable. Wait for me here. Shouldn't be too long.
Come to face the ghost of the arena. Don't be shy. I'll defeat Ula the Unlucky. Just spare me your jabber, your cries of die, wraith, and I shall defeat you, spectre of the arena. I've heard them all 1,000 times. Dreadful sick of them.
You're no typical wraith.
Why not? Because I don't shriek threats and warn you of your death? Well, that's simple enough. Plain bored of that. Besides, I know how it'll be. You'll spit out some insults, pierce me with your sword, and I'll then disappear, only to be back here again in a few days. And it'll be so with those who come after you. Such is my fate. I'm to tarry here till the world's end, losing every fate along the way. But you've not come to chat. Draw it, swing it, get to work, and defeat the ghost of the arena.
Draw your weapon.
Draw in. But make it quick. And not too much drama if you don't mind. I defeated you.
Seems so. Congratulations.
But how? I was to lose till the end of time. What's that?
Доволі просте прокляття.
I hear laughter and joyous cries. The clanking of chalices and a voice summoning me to the feast of heroes. You let me win. You freed me. Thank you. The gods be with you.
Farewell, Ghost.
А ХП мені хто відновить, блять? Алло.
Thanks for the sub.
Анютка, дякую за рісабочку.
They smear your ass with honey yet, hero.
Greetings.
Ghost shouldn't pester you anymore. Drinking meat with his ancestors by now.
I knew you'd manage it. Well, Gunnar, we're winning.
Here.
You bet on it?
Should have seen it. I said you'd pull it off. Gunnar said there weren't a chance. That's why he's got that sheep's arse frown now.
See that frown often, when it's time for me to get paid.
You needn't fret. We're honorable folk here. This is for you.
And remember, you get a cut of the earnings once we get the arena up and running again.
I'll remember that. So long.
What am I to do now?
Все одно багато. З перервами без.
Raining again.
Так, стоп, так коли мені повернутись, то вже 1000 років пройшло. Вгораєте з мене? Окей. Я щось не викупаю. Може мені відійти треба?
I've always wondered. What do you witchers do once there are no basilisks, lashings, or giants?
Чи якийсь квест пройти, я не знаю.
You heard?
А ну, якщо я переставлю квести.
That we go. You just for a day?
Ні, не працює. Або довше треба чекати, або якийсь квест треба пройти. Просто будь-який. Ні, просто не хочуть. Ну ладно.
Storm, damn it. A portal. Shit. Great. Portal closed. Looked smaller from the outside.
Як я вже махаю. Алло, пес, прокидаємося. О, до речі, я ж можу абузити.
What now, you piece of filth?
Golem probably greeted them too.
Треба не забути, що тепер можна не юзати Квен, він автоматично буде.
Over here. I'm in here. Finally, someone's come to free me. And a famous witcher at that. Thank the gods. I'm damned lucky you happen to be in Korea. Was it King Tancred who sent you? Or the Society of Magic?
Neither, and we're not in Kavir. We're in Skellige. Local folk hired me. See, your towers brought a massive storm to their island.
We're in Skellige. So we've teleported. Oh, this is much worse than I thought.
Not sure I follow.
Oh, the tower is outfitted with a defensive regulatory magic on.
What?
A defensive system magic, ensuring only the tower's owner will use it. When it detects an intruder, it locks down all the rooms, denies access.
And since neither of us is the tower's owner, the golem attacked me and you're stuck behind bars. How do we evade its other charming features?
We must deactivate the defensive regulatory magicon. The tower's prior owner wrote a treatise about removing such defenses. Gottfried's omni-opening grimoire. There must be a copy in the tower. Find it, please. With it in hand, I can try to circumvent the security measures, send you home and take the tower back to Kavir.
You clearly know who I am. I don't even know your name.
Seagull Bunce, mage and sorcerer in residence at the court of Pompanis. This tower was to be my new home. Bought it at an auction, you see.
A tower at an auction?
It belonged to Gottfried Stamfeld, a mage of some renown. When he passed on, his heirs auctioned the edifice off. They were all wary, repulsed. None dared see what Uncle Godfrey kept in his coloured jars. If it was their contents that had stripped him of his sense of smell and taken his left eye, they put the tower on the block, along with all it contained. The price was unbeatable. I couldn't resist.
Seen my share of wonders, but a tower that teleports itself? That's something new.
This defensive regulatory magicon. I tried to access it. Must have heard. Initiated some evacuation sequence.
That opened the portal and jettisoned us through to Skellige. This, in turn, naturally generated electromagnetic disturbances, hence the storm.
Storm I promised to dispel.
Then you must find Gottfried's
Цікаво, вони в цьому світі знають про електромагнітні явища, але не викупають за електрику, господі.
The corpse is over there. Folk from the village nearby, right?
They came in a few days past. I was surprised to see their garb.
Ну та, було б неприємно. Ще раз таке саме, щоб сталося.
There were just a few, led by a druid. The tower warned them. They failed to heed.
Folk on Skellig usually laugh in the face of warnings. If the tower had asked nicely, then offered them a horn of mead, they might have left then. Right. Time to get out of here and send this tower home. Where do I look for Gottfried's treaties? Any ideas?
The library might be a logical place to start. The key should be in the laboratory.
Where's that?
As you enter the room opposite.
А як ти в минулий раз виправила все? Я так і не зрозумів.
Straight ahead. But remember, you're an intruder. The tower is certain to want to stop you. Make things difficult at the least.
Ну, ехо. Ну, типу, що двоїлося.
Try to smash that barrier.
А, ти це не виправила? Бляха-муха. Ні, так, я пам'ятаю, в минулий раз... Оце от... Я відійшов там поїсти взяти, ми там це обговорювали, бла-бла-бла, і воно прийшло. Ти типа нічого не робила, воно саме? Я забув, може ми це обговорювали на стрімі, вилетіло з голови.
Torn to bits.
Та ні, якщо у тебе загальний звук стоїть, то нічого окремо не треба виставляти. Окремо треба тільки, коли у тебе ти хочеш розділяти доріжки. Якщо ви з кіпером там розділили доріжки. Корову прислали вже, нема кого присилати. Так. А, ще зрозумів. Стоп, то що ти хочеш підкрутити гучність гри? Чи відкрутити гучність музики? Ні, так, те, що в ОБС і те, що в тебе в вухах, це різні штуки, типу. Я не шарю, як так можна відкрутити прям. Ну, коротше. Кіпер, думаю, покаже. Бо я щось крутив в цих в звуках системних, потім крутив в мікшерах, крутив в самому ОБС і так і не зробив. Так і не зрозумів, що я там такого накрутив. господі.
Must be the key. Who's who among Kaviri sorcerers? Alchemy for Household Dilemmas, Volume 3. This isn't it.
Ага. Для себе. Ну, типу, прикол в тому, що коли я скручую для... А, ну да. Ну так, складно. Це треба підкрутити так, щоб і тобі було зручно, і на стрімі було чути. Це прям не дуже просто. Алло, вставай.
Applied Golomancy. Gotta keep looking. Looks like he's suffocated. Horrible way to die. Intersections and geomantic lines. Not what I'm looking for.
Ну так, я прогами не користуюсь, просто складно щось сказати з цього приводу.
Alchemy for Household Dilemmas, Volume 3 among Kaviri sorcerers.
Де ця хуйня лежить? Я ж тільки що дивився.
Applied Golomancy. Gotta keep looking. It's on the opening grimoire. This is it.
Бля, зробили квест чисто, щоб...
Tower wants to gas me.
Як воно називається там? Референс до Гогу.
Find the toll.
А воно там. Там є така функція, яку не можна виключити. Це, коротше, ти не можеш робити кліпи, якщо у тебе грає. Люди не можуть робити кліпи, якщо грає музика якась популярна. Це ніяк, напевно, не можна заскіпати. Ти? Не знаю, чесно. Я ніколи не пробував.
There, at last.
Looked easy.
The hardest part is yet to come. We must reach the heart of the tower and cast a deactivating spell. The tower will surely do everything in its power to stop us.
Lead the way.
We must go to the central chamber. Try to power down the security measures. The defensive regulatory magicon could react. Be on your guard. Ozvayu, Iferis, Advigiat.
Intruder detected. Defensive Threat to control systems. Immediate action required. Encroachment.
Я його застанлокав. Я його просто застанлочив, не випустив зі стану.
Gottfried's treatise proved highly useful. It's over. Had you not arrived, I'd still be in that cage, surely. It's a trifle, but take it, please. Proof of me gratitude.
Thanks. Though I'd be more than satisfied if you calmed that storm, then took this tower somewhere else.
Consider it done. And should you ever visit Covea, do stop by Pompanis. Aboragi, Barathan.
Wait, what are you doing? Not this way, the door!
Good thing you didn't hit me boat.
Look at that.
Enough meat for
You're alive. And in one piece.
One soaking wet piece.
Will you teach me to fly?
Another time, maybe.
Never seen such marvels in me life. Boom, flash.
Да що у
Tower
нього з
disappeared,
плащом?
and you
Там
was
два
falling from
полігони.
the sky. And the storm. Gone in an instant.
Now, didn't I tell you? It's what we needed.
Бля, у них у всіх такі
Can't
приколи.
do better than an expert. And expert work deserves a fitting reward.
Thanks, but you need that coin a lot more than I do.
Not enough that he's handy. He's noble too.
Inga.
What?
Found a mage in the tower. He was just...
Бля, там така сама на фоні стоїть, чисто
Rewarded me
близнюки.
generously for my help.
If that's so, we've naught left but to say our thanks. Aye, well, if you ever come through here again, stop in. You'll be welcomed with open arms.
Thanks. Farewell.
Wait, Witcher. Did you happen to see me brother in there? Horn's his name. He went in with the druid and a few other lads.
Тут краще збрехати. Чи не збрехати? Блять, от що сказати? Він ж буде його чекати.
I found your friends. All dead, unfortunately. Sorry.
Told him not to go, but he wanted glory. Ah. Let's go home, Njal. No point standing here. Farewell, Witcher. Thanks again for helping.
Так. Що там той квест? Можна вже чи не можна? Вже можна.
Mean to make your daughter a princess of Freya?
Wait.
Fresh meat!
Що це за пудж? А чому мені показує на саму арену, а не на... Ну добре. А тих типів немає. Так з ким мені розмовляти?
Respect, Witcher.
Hey there.
Oh, the mutant, eh? Don't make a face. It's good you're one. Ordinary bloke never stand a chance against the champion of champions. You have come to challenge him, haven't you?
Anything I should know about my opponent? Had to fight a bear earlier. Bit surprised.
Go with him. He'll lead you where you need to go.
Behold, the champion of champions.
A rock troll. A very well-developed rock troll. This supposed to be a fist fight?
Aye, fists.
course, we provide a dignified funeral, observing the rituals of the Challenger's Creed.
Дякую.
Current champion's a troll. Everybody all right with that? No one's got a problem?
Why would they? He's an honorable troll. Came and said he wanted to fight, and the previous champion agreed. That'd be Zama,
Чесний
known
троль.
also as Sandy Locks.
Пиздец.
And he got the name even before the troll planted him in the dirt head first.
Troll have a name?
We wager he does, but he'll not reveal it till he's defeated. He's a troll errant, see?
Won't say much if he doesn't survive that fight.
Aye, fair enough. But I wager he don't imagine he'll lose. And maybe, as he's a troll, he don't imagine much at all. Doubt logic's his strong suit.
I want to fight the champion of champions.
What do they call ye?
Geralt of Rivia. I'm ready to fight.
Geralt of Rivia, time to begin.
Можеш заблочити його удар? Сумніваюсь. Я його півгодини буду колупати. А ну, якщо в туза. Я походу знайшов абуз. Єдиний плюс те, що кулаки не поламаються. Там якийсь... А чому він червоний череп? Він же ж... Цей квест декілька рівнів... Ну, має нижче, ніж мій. Може це баг? Ух ти, я ледь не отримав їбало. Капец, просто Resident Sleeper. Ух, ебать, він попав по мені. Я ж можу зілля тут юзати, наче. Це він один раз по мені попадає і мені габело? Живий?
I did it.
Geralt of Rivia, you've defeated the champion of champions in fair combat, earned the right to bear the title yourself. This very eve, I'll send word to the four corners of the world. The title is yours, as is the champion's prize.
Який довольний. Так, троль живий. 90 крон, це ціна. Так, що що? В принципі, можна на цьому йти далі.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialists on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
I won't be as cocky once the bar is
Geralt of Rivia.
Ha! Sit with us, Witcher.
Found your message on a notice board.
You see, Palmerin? I told you.
Що таке, Сонь?
Looking at White Orchard, I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyrac Peyrin and Palmerin de Lawnful. Good to see you both. Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy.
You must forgive us our surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison that left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues. A tyranny of bandits, the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you, of course, but do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have dealt with these marauders, we have a matter we must present to you.
So, plan to go out and meet the bandits when they arrive? Fight them?
Palmerin wishes first to appeal to their sense of decency. But I expect they will be deaf to this.
Yeah,
А ви,
completely.
Лунчикс.
We must afford
Привіт.
them a chance to stand down. Many a hardened outlaw has left the path of wrongdoing upon hearing words of admonition.
Doesn't happen in these lands. Ever.
If they do not heed my reprimand, we at least will know we have done all within our means to...
Такс. «20? Піздець, це йобнішся, це як? Це дуже довго, прям. Я не знаю, як це витримало. Я б не вивіз.
bloodshed.
Fine. Naturally, I'll help when Palmerin's rhetoric falls on deaf ears.
Excellent. Then we've but to wait for the rogues to arrive.
Hear that? Your bandits have arrived.
Let us go out to greet them.
Це просто unbelievable. Типу, демотивує мити голову. А, вже почав.
Contemptible cars.
Бідний кіт.
He mean us?
I, Palmerin de Lawnfall, call upon you to repent.
Тепер ти знаєш
Search your
відповідь.
hearts. Do you not see that they are blackened?
Regular punch and duty here.
To prey upon commoners is no honor. To loot their meager stores, abandon the path of shame, and we will spare you.
Right good jest, that. Had us a laugh. Now, fuck off or we lose our patience and you lose something else.
Nay, wait, Zorg. These lads are lark. Mayhaps they know some tricks.
Oi, players! Can you toss balls all loopity-like? Or do that thing where one spits fire while the other farts?
Що-то вони не дуже, да? Прислухаються.
Noble Palmerin's giving you a chance. Now I'm gonna give you some advice. Do what he says.
Or what?
Or you'll find yourself fighting knights errant in the pay of the Duchess of Toussaint. And they eat scum like you with their morning porridge.
There's 3 of them. 2 turtled up in armor. We'll come back later. Some wench sent them. Folk will say we's afeard of wenches and jesters.
Ooh, insulted the Duchess. Not good.
Indeed, we cannot let the affront go unpunished. I swear upon the heron you will pay with your own blood.
By the crane, villains, ready your arms.
Капець вони показушники. А можна тут чийсь кінь від'їбеться від мене? Блять, ахуєнно. Дякую, що заблочили. Конем. Ой, господі. Я не зміг відійти. Там кінь чийсь бігає. Why not? Блять, то ти гандон з арбалетом забив свого. Де вони? Хто стріляє нахуй? Ага, я бачу його. Ти хіп охуєвший чи що?
Good.
Алло, тузологи. Єбать. Давай, вбивай мене. Вбив? Як тобі вбивство? Ладно, потім вип'ю.
Why do they not emerge? It is over.
We have banished the scoundrels.
Ой, клятый
Lifted
кінь.
oppression's yoke from their lives.
Warned you it'd be like this. Fear you as much as they did the bandits now. Sorry, no fanfares and flowers. You're not in Toussaint.
Ah, it is true what folk claim. In the north, no noble deed goes unthwarted. It is time to go home.
And we shall, my friend. Come, Geralt. It's time we delivered our message.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition...
Is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the Star-Crossed City's most gracious protectress, Her illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Так і написано.
Shall you answer her call?
Тільки підпис типу нормальний, який можна прочитати, а все інше, як це називається, цей алфавіт? О, я забув. Ну це, коротше, не кирилиця, а щось інше, якось воно там називалось.
Anna Henrietta really say all that? Word for word?
Well, in point of fact, she said, bring me the Witcher and dare not spare your horses. Only make certain this time he comes alone. The ducal chamberlain added the rest. You know how it is.
Yeah, I remember.
I might add, be it unofficially, that a hefty reward awaits. Yet the specifics you will need to verify with her.
Бро, у тебе меч торчить з руки.
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses. Bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch
Тупо
you.
різні
Promised
скетчі,
to
не
grant us
зрозуміло, що це було.
fortunes in gold, should you answer her summons.
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
Beast wields black magic? What makes you say so?
The first victim vanished between bites at a feast. Of the feast-goers, none noticed this. They saw but an open window, then heard desperate cries from the street below, where a corpse had just been found.
The second killing, similar. A night in a locked room. Servants all about the house. Guards all around the estate. Yet the beast somehow got him out, dragged him to the town square, and killed him there. No one saw, nor heard a thing.
We have no fear of creatures against which sword and shield protect. But of this beast, nothing is known. Save that it cannot be traced, kills effortlessly, and with no rhyme or reason we can discern.
Anyone tried to hunt it? Knights errant, for example?
Ha! Many have tried. Baiting, waiting in ambush, but to no avail.
The beast is clever. It evades all traps and attacks of a sudden. It is like a ghost.
An experienced tracker. This is what we need, with knowledge of monsters. In short, we need you.
Mentioned a tourney. Why doesn't the Duchess just call it off?
Simply, it is too late. The guests have arrived. The best knights of all lands, relatives of the Emperor. The beast could be a threat to others, not just to Her Grace's subjects.
Got it. Before an aristocrat dies, at best it's a scandal. At worst, a diplomatic incident. I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be... demanding.
So you accept the contract. Excellent.
We must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching for you, yet time is of the essence.
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Ah, then post haste to Toussaint.
To Toussaint!
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialists on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
Toussaint, the land of love and wine.
Я теж не проти був би.
You will find Beauclair has changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
Я спробую, я спробую. Бульк.
For my lady! Kyo, watch out! I swore I'd kill a monster!
Ой. Блять, скір. Це галяв. Ладно, є такий варіант. Я застряг. А, нараз така п'янка, то пігнали. Це Голіаф. Коротше, я знаю, що робити. Ага, не знаю, що робити, забийте. Я в душі не їбу, як йому попасти. А, стоп, я знаю, що робити. Що я туплю? А, йому похуй на заморозку? Окей. Точно похуй на заморозку? Я не бачу його око взагалі. Аксій не вийде, мені здається. Його око справа, я просто не поміщав цього. Я хотів подивитись, де його око, і мене вбили. А я зараз знаю, я, коротше, вимкну цей режим фотки і подивлюсь, де його око взагалі. Бо його простіше вбити без цієї хуйні всеї. Ця ачівка, вона, типу, така безпонтова. Що апеляція до его. Вибачте, а що це за каша? Де його, блядь, їбане око? Або я тупий, або скріншот лайна. Ага, воно сховане. Це або під кутом треба стріляти, або... Або треба зламати оцю хуйню посередині. І бомба якось на нього дивно працює. Вона то працює, то не працює. Я в душі не єбу, як це зробити. Я без поняття, це ідіотизм мене. Це просто для дебілів, я не знаю. Ти чисто потішити своє его, що ти зміг під якимсь кутом там попасти в нього. Не знаю, може якась бомба є, але я нічого не можу придумати. Вони не в стані його застанлокати, і я не можу його заморозити. Бачите? Він не заморожується, йому похуй. Заморожується через раз. А якщо я його застаню? А ну. Він не станеться. Він якось морозився, але тепер він морозиться морозитись. Не парите, що він на мене агриться. Я просто ресурси витрачаю в нікуди, це біліберда повна.
Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialist on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of...
Ну, типу, я не з тих людей, які заходять їбатись клавіатурою просто. Абсолютно ніякого сенсу в цьому немає. Алло, дайте залутати.
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, outfit it. Which fair damsel inspired you?
Ну, мені ж за це не платять, щоб я, блять, в око йому попадав.
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
A giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands. Goliath had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause. At any rate, it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint, we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again. The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien de la Tour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
А що його трофей дає? А, мені навіть не повісили його? Лол. Ось він. Додатковий досвід за смертельний удар по потворі. І коштує він дешево. Ну, зато з нього дають 500 крон і великий мутаген. Ну, мені він не потрібен, але приємно.
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Parmanin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
Can't get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition. No one here. They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything.
А тут видно одразу, що DLC, тут будуть місця, де вони будуть склепувати весь лут в одну коробку, типу, не 10 коробок. Оце дуже зручно.
Hobnailed boots, multiple set. Prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Для другани.
For the glory of her grace, I shall make plenty of you!
Там як, живий? Паршивець. Ніхуя у них назва.
And Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Junk that came down the river.
We must keep searching.
Стоп, це прям... Я все виділив, так? Угу. Ото, що я казав.
Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it. Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free.
Алло, вставай. Геральт.
Junk, junk, and more junk. Look, a boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet, of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogram.
Бля, лол, що?
Mean anything to you?
Я мав би пірнути за цією лікою, а вона в мене залишилась з попереднього проходження. Так як це гра плюс.
We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions no matter the odds, fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
Напевно, якщо я попіздую зразу туди, то катсцен не буде. Тому що чекати, поки він роздуплиться, це задовго.
They say Her Grace has called in someone to tend to the beast. A killer from the north, they say. What? With no light
The watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint. By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pâté?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
Дякую за люрк легкої праці.
For the man
Дякую.
who you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir de Peyrac Peyran.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchering trade. He has questions concerning the beast's last victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well...
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw a head popping, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard hold. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
What? Why Corvo Bianco is Baron Russell's estate?
Хтось підслуховує.
His cellar into the morgue. He'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Ninnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Russell's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The ducal chancellery bought it, in fact. Russell now bunks with his brother in Vicar Farm.
I told Russell he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have to find that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
Oh?
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs. Where they were defenders of the duchy, they're now defenders of their own tushes.
Why, you insolent...
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers. We've strayed from the path of virtue, lost the gods' favor, so the gods sent retribution.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed street preacher codswell.
Yes, the rebel rousers have been sprouting up like weeds lately, each offering the same bill of
Ну, я думаю, ти посушиш його швидше, ніж мила по-любому. Хоча, теж залежить.
They see clearly the beast kills on days honoring patron saints.
Picky monster. Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort? Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Venice. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the Palace Gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Oh, dear fellow, with a fishhook like that, you must have your quick off the name.
Інформація для любителям гвинту. Турнір від графа Мен'є. Ну, а фраг Скеліге. Ага. Так, ну тут, в принципі, можна і пішки пройтись 200 метрів.
Keep calm. Start no pros.
Sounds like a fight. Have to hurry.
Матір боже, аж злякався. А хтось на баночку закинув, дякую.
Damn it. Killer must still be here. Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs. Busted ribs, blood from the ears. Took a solid hit. Massacred by a vampire. Not an Ekimara, though. Or a Fletter. Bruxa. Gotta be. Killed with a single blow.
Так, Брукса. А ось і Брукса. Чорна кров. Стила проти вампірів. Місячний пил. Ірден.
Black blood and moon dust. Could be lifesavers. Woman from the inn was wearing this coat. In the cellar. Gotta be. Attacker had no trouble knocking over the cart. River muck. Carried the body in this cart. Claw wounds. From 5 separate claws. Spread of a small human hand. Footprints. Small bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar. Fell down the stairs. Broke his neck. Hurled against the wall with great force.
Бля, вона тупо всіх розкидала. На ізі.
Took a lot of strength to batter this down. Used this to batter down the grate.
Бля, які звуки.
You. Saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood.
Цікаво, Корчмар знає, що його донька вампір?
We don't have to fight.
You are wrong. I cannot let you leave.
Ну, навзаєм, як то кажуть. А, ну стемба. Великий синій мутаген. Цікаво.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this.
А, це хтось, у кого довші пазюри.
Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
Ілля просто поклав собі в кишеню руку, яка ворушиться.
So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand?
Привіт,
Who does the
таке.
hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Привіт, Файнал. А, я вже зробив. Значить не для сьогодні. Я так наперед сильно думати не вмію, тому я його прийшов давненько. Дякую.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Palmerin, what about the story of Riddick and the dragon?
Tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Not always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Palmerin's story. Think back. A decent man attracts other good folk, makes friends he can count on. A rogue? Well, he can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shaelmar? With only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells?
Pity a monster. You, a witcher?
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he promised his heart's captor a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Let's go.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
Теж доволі романтично, як для 14 числа, так що це як заміна останнього бажання.
Got a bad feeling about this. Damn it. We have to help him. Gotta keep it down.
Alas, for knightling, the beast heaved its foul girth, let loose a roar, and knocked him to earth. And down came the Witcher in one mighty bound to give fight to the beast. Its plans confound.
А перестань, дядя.
The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods.
Як же він доджить?
Soon the Witcher shall triumph against all odds.
Ладно, я зараз його ардом спробую роз'їбати. Ага, роз'їбав.
The Witcher waited till the time was true, then twirled, danced, and spun, struck the monster like fool.
Нічого він там отримує демедж. Я його походу отруїв.
Who leads at the love's first spurt, so the Witcher wooed the Shaelmar, then its foul heart hurt. Out, out, brief flame, and Thus the witch's life was snuffed. All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust. Dot's dive free faints, its razor strikes belly, Selma's
Show me where
round, blood transforms into jelly.
А він швидше від отруєння помре, ніж від тичок, тому що він не хоче їх утримувати взагалі.
That Selma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right.
Геральт милосердний.
Geralt the merciful.
Це я.
Pikeman, see to the beast.
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
Для що вони
We
плаття
knew
таке
that the
поміняти?
summoning was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, Rafi.
Услужнись нормально все.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full-plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly
Мене
handed
шкода,
down.
книги не читав, не шарю за це.
If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower.
Розізлив її чимось, що
No, we
образив.
would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered. Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir Delatour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless.
Він проти на те, щоб наймати відьмака, але не йому ж вирішувати.
Do witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and the sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows.
Знову пазурі.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
Поставили на коліно.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon de Lac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue.
Кидай.
Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but
They were a team?
they were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton, immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses. Your Grace!
Так, він топовий. Служниці ледь не втратили свідомість.
Your Highness, I...
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me! Faster, Geralt! Right like the wind!
Алло, like the wind, що ти стоїш?
Your Grace seems right at home in the saddle.
Long may she live!
This way! Through town! Try not to lose the way! Sharp right! Take care!
God!
Duchess. Henrietta! Let's follow her. Follow the Chiquetta.
Highness has arrived.
It's her! Our Lady the Duchess! Clear a path! Clear the way, I said!
I wonder how much
Is this part of the game?
Your Grace.
Fret not and feed the gossips. It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry.
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option. But time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
Excuse you.
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there, look.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
All clear.
If one were to call a state courageous or coward, what other part of the state would one have in mind? If not that...
Розпробуй. Акції ніколи не пробував насправді.
But this is no true
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Так, а ну стій, єдиноріг. Стій, кажу.
almost had it. Stay calm. Shh. Calm down. Easy now.
Можна і яблучком пригостити, в принципі, але... Падлу. Я думаю, там і так покормлять тварину. І без мене.
Flagrant cheating is what it is. Sirs, we must teach this scamp some proper sportsmanship.
Wow.
Listen, I didn't break any rules.
True, he won fair and square. We were unlucky, that's all. We must try to grab the next clue.
Блять, я ніколи це не робив. Прикольно. Тут і побитися можна так, так? Так, а я що, не поміняв щось? Та ні, наче все поміняв.
Unworthy. Entirely inappropriate behavior. A complete collapse of social norms.
Що ви там рознились? Алло. О, точно, Сонь, ти згадала, да? До речі, а що так і не довчився до кінця? Хоча там дохуя, ладно, потім. Немає часу. Алло. Може ти будеш бігти?
I'm glad to see her illustrious grace summon such a profession.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
What the blazes? Did someone just dive in the water? Perhaps that's the way to do it. Good man.
А, дуже хоробро, тут 2 метри. Цукерку знайшов. Крадіть цукерок це я, ну треба ж якось виживати. Щось їсти.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavily coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
Полихне зараз. Окей, не то що...
You bomb-botched wretch! This is an outrage.
Я думав покрить матюками. Доволі демократична реакція.
It's positively useless. She can't possibly see.
How do I muster the strength for it all?
Напевно. Страшно.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Gotta key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a crone, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
Let's see. Grown with ease gives us green, right? And mouse with the head of hard cheese. Greenhouse?
You're a genius. Several greenhouses in the gardens, indeed, but only one with curved locks, the key to which looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go.
I'm a stable genius, you know?
Wait here.
Чисто косарь досвіду, якщо так порахувати. 800 просто ні за що. До речі, в цю табличку треба буде завітати ще раз. Там он до щось валяється.
What the butch?
What was that?
Так нечесно, він телепортується.
I'm here.
Угу.
This
Знає.
belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one.
Привіт,
I do
Танкор.
not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Plenty. Even more of the guilty, though. You're next.
I think not. You see, I've something to do still.
More murders?
Just one. Not counting yours.
Ех, знову погрожують. Алло, алло, алло. Тихенько там. Стаміна ще не від... Алло, ти чо хилишся, тварь? Ніхуя ти мощ. Потужніше. Ще 800 нового левела. Просто 2 левели, грубо кажучи, за один квест. Навіть за частину квесту.
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Всім би таких друзів.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
Навіть одяг регенерує, йобнішся.
All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened, it was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
So you being here, it's no coincidence?
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Detlef. I fear he's become entangled, landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Detlef is, how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working.
Топовий персонаж,
Haven't exactly
погоджуюсь.
done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here, at least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Detlef is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Одобрюю твій вибір.
To find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it.
Бидло з
Shoot
Лірії.
up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed
Це
with a
я.
dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Detlef, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the
Звучить як я.
fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Detlef an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlef found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice: to leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter, regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine, which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent, one they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Detlef's trump card is his herd instinct, his tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Detlef doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
Геній.
All in all, sure.
Let us find him.
Так воно і є. Знайшов закавирку в контракті.
Fine, all right already. But for now,
Блять, як
evidence is
прокинутись?
stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Угу. Функціонувати на автоматі це моя білка.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Знову собаки мені вимкнули все на світі. Ну йоп твою мать, чому? Вони просто алхімічні інгредієнти мої. На помийку викидають. Я старався, все це збирав. Просто на рандомі хуякс і... Лутаман. Ну це, блядь, компенсую свої затрати на міцний алкоголь, тому що відвари самі по собі не відновлюються. Що тут у нас? Любовний лист. Якраз в тему сьогоднішнього дня. Люба моя Кларо, ти навіть не уявляєш, який я радий, що склад закрили. Як добре знати, що кожного разу, коли ми захочемо побачитись, ніхто не буде нам заважати. Ні мій батько, ні твоя мати. Їм ніколи не спаде на думку, що ми можемо зустрічатися на порожньому складі. А я вже сміюся від думки, що вони блокатимуть покрівлями, як колись, або нишпритимуть в очеретинах, в очеретяних заростях біля річки. Навіть зараз, пишучи ці слова, я відчуваю, що був би радий тебе бачити. Сподіваюсь, це буде як учора. Не знаю, як ти, а я дуже хотів, щоб я взагалі не покидав цей склад. І тужливий Альберт. Так, дайте пройти, алло. Так, ну що, якщо бути до кінця відвертим, то у мене якісь незрозумілі проблеми зі звуком. Я б хотів би їх пофіксити. Ну і заодно в магазин сходити. Я так розумію, Аня вже запустилась? Та проблеми зі звуком, якийсь розсинхрон чи що, блядь, не можу викупити. А Аня не запустилась. Ну, що я можу сказати? Обідно. Ну, та я б міг би ще один квест пройти, якийсь умовно, але я думаю, варто це чи ні. Я думаю, next time. Я краще пофікшу проблеми, щоб... Що було... А, Аня запустилась, я сліпий. Я би пофіксив краще проблеми, щоб зі звуком не було, а то мені трошки неприємно. Зайди в теплицю. Я зайду вже, наступного разу зайду в теплицю. Так що дякую всім за перегляд. Хто святкує, то гарного вечора. Давайте, бувайте. ББ. Донатьте на Збройні Сили України. Бібі.